Well, that's the whole point of growing and learning and becoming an adult. Is the mistakes of the past become the things that you hold on to in the future? There's been many instances. There's been many times I take a look at myself, and the things that I look at the most when I started out in this business that I take away from is the fact that I wasn't in the shape that I should have been. I had body dysmorphia so bad. Because I was a thick, strong farm kid. I came from a farm. I looked great. But when I went to wrestling school and had no money to eat and basically starved myself down to about 140 pounds. So I lost about 60 pounds of muscle and size. And as I came out of wrestling school and started to work and live and rent a place and stuff like that, or board at a place, and continue with my wrestling dream in Ontario, I didn't have the size. It was not big anymore. And I thought that I was the same farm kid, but the amount of damage that I took on by like almost starving to death for 8 months or so of my wrestling training really affected me, but I didn't see it. So if I could go back and just give my own self a reality check, I would, because I would have came to the table in a way better shape. Because this is professional wrestling is a competitive sport. It's a competitive contest that is combative. So why would you not put your best foot forward in being in better shape? If you're not in good shape, you're in the wrong business. If you think that just because it's entertainment and that the ending is pre-planned, if that's your goal, if that I'll do this instead of UFC because I won't get hurt, you're in the wrong mentality. You are in the wrong sport, because all of this still applies. It is still combative. It is still athletic. It is still a sport. So I would have been in better shape. I would have been on a better regime. I would have seen the amount of damage that wrestling school had caused me, like physically, with losing so much weight, with not having any money. Being that, I would have set myself up better financially and saved a little bit more as a kid to do said things, but I wasn't. So that being said, today's day and age, it's all about respect. It's all about being professional. And unfortunately, in this day and age, everybody feels entitled. It's not, and it's nobody's fault. It is just the way life is now. Everybody has a sense of entitlement, and it's just from the way that life is. It's the way that everything's instant. Everything is, and there is no winners or losers. Everybody gets a participation award. It's not the way it should be. And like, in my opinion, like, this is my opinion only. So if you're offended by this, so be it. And this is just my opinion. You have yours, walk on. But if you're entitled, if you feel entitled, if you feel as though you deserve to be a place, give yourself a shake, get your head checked, because you're not owed anything. You're not owed anything in this life. The only thing you're owed is to yourself. So if you think you're owed something, work harder. That's what I tell people. Do better. Work harder. If your promos suck, work on your promos. If your physical body looks bad, work on your body. If your conditioning's bad, run. If your gear is crap, there's 1,000 people to work on gear now and make you good stuff. If you don't have any ideas for gear, find something simplistic. Be simplistic, but make it look professional. The idea of professional wrestling is the first word, is we're professionals. Unfortunately, a lot of this gets construed with independent or indie. And I hate independent wrestling. I hate indie wrestling. I am not an indie wrestler. I am a professional wrestler. I've always started this business as that. And that's what it is. It's a business. It's about coming into a territory, respecting your promoters, doing the job that they've told you to do. If you have issues, take it up with the promoter. Don't go on Twitter. Don't do it online. Don't scoff at people online about stuff. Do your stuff as a man would, face to face with the promoter, with the talent that you're working with. Work with that person. Discuss it. Maybe you can come to some kind of agreement. If you are on a set price, if you got a set price, work for set price. If you feel as though you deserve more, talk to them, communicate, see what you can do to get your raise. Unfortunately, nowadays, with these entitled children, this is the problem, is that everybody thinks they're owed something. They're owed a bigger push. They're owed more money. They're owed a contract. You're not owed anything. Please. This is professional wrestling. Let's stay professional. Let's work harder. Let's be better. If you see something online, don't copy it. Be yourself. Be individual. Stand out. That is my rant for that stuff.